What's going on, everybody? It's dinner time. I'm getting pretty hungry, so I wanted to make a video showing you guys what I'm having for dinner today. I wanted to talk a little bit about a few different things while I have my meal. I'll show you what I'm having for dinner today, though, before I start talking. So I have a grass-fed and grass-finished raw ribeye steak, and also a slice of grass-fed liver. So I'm going to be having both of these right now for my final meal of the day. And I'm going to start getting into it. So what I wanted to talk a bit about is two goals that I keep for myself in life. And if you're watching this video, I'd be willing to bet you guys probably share these goals. For me, I strive to live my life as happy as I can. So the first goal is I want to experience as much happiness, as much joy, and have as much fun as I can. And my second goal is that I want to achieve the highest level of health possible for myself. And I've found over the years, as I've developed more healthy habits and just started to achieve more constant levels of happiness and experience more joy, that the two really go hand in hand with each other. The higher my level of health gets, the more often I find myself being happy, and the more easily I find myself able to have fun. I think the biggest contributing factors to having the high health that I have are nutrition. So eating this raw meat, eating this raw liver, as well as embracing my environment, spending as much time as I can outside. So getting as much sunlight as possible, being connected to the earth as much as I can, doing all my movement outside, drinking the healthiest water I can get. So I drink natural spring water, as I've told you before. These are all things that contribute greatly to my overall health. Oh, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, as far as light goes, getting sunlight, as I said, but during the nighttime, embracing the darkness, trying to decrease my exposure to artificial lights. So all of these things, like I said, contribute greatly to my health. And the healthier I get, the more fun I can have. So, for example, and the happier I am. For my nutrition, so eating the raw meat gives me my optimal health, and I enjoy eating this way because I know that it's going to give me my optimal health, which makes me happy because I know I'm doing my body a favor. And when I'm eating the raw meat, that's how I get the highest nutritional profile. It has everything still intact in the meat. It's got all the protein. It's got the high levels of fat. You can see all that fat on there, saturated animal fats, which are extremely healthy for us. Fat is my fuel. It's what my body runs on. So it also creates water for me and keeps me hydrated, because since I'm running on fat as fuel, when my body burns fat, it actually separates the metabolic water in the fat, and I get hydrated through that water. It gives me all the vitamins that meat contains, along with the liver as well. Extremely nutrient dense, has tons of vitamins, all the minerals we need. It has everything. And when we eat it raw, we lose none of the nutritional profile. So that's how we get the highest nutrition, is eating the raw meat. And so that's something that brings me happiness, knowing I'm treating my body right, knowing I'm spending my money the best, because if you're eating anything else, you're not getting the highest nutrition that you can be. So you're basically wasting your money. I look at it as the money that I spend on my food is an investment in my health. I'm not losing any nutrition through my food. I'm just getting all the proper nutrition I need. Other foods might be cheaper. For example, you might say, oh, well, I can buy rice and beans and some veggies for a lot cheaper than you can meat. That may be true, especially if you're buying the highest quality meat, as I try to do. But you're actually not getting all the nutrition from that food, and that food doesn't even have all of the nutrition that meat has in the first place. So with meat, there's no fiber in it. My body digests virtually everything, so I'm getting all the nutrition right from the meat. But the other foods that I mentioned, for example, rice, beans, other produce, vegetables, fruits, the nutrition within it isn't even bioavailable to us. A lot of it isn't, at least. Those foods are full of fiber, and if you've ever eaten them, you know that fiber goes right through you without being digested. So all that undigested matter is nutrition that's just going to waste. It's just going in you and coming right out of you. So you're wasting your money on that, in my opinion. And as I've said before, meat is the only thing that has the full nutritional profile of vitamins and minerals, fats and proteins, and water content that we need as humans. We don't need anything but meat, and the same can't be said for anything else. You can't buy a bag of carrots and survive off that. You're going to find nutritional deficiencies eating one type of food if it's not meat. So, as I said, that nutritional side of things, it brings me a lot of happiness. It makes me feel very good. And when I feel good and I'm happy and my body feels able and capable to do things thanks to my nutrition, then I can do movement that brings me joy and happiness. For example, today I rollerbladed all over town this morning, probably went like 7 miles, and had a good time doing it. So I think if you can find ways to move your body that are healthy and that you enjoy and that make you happy and are fun to do, that's the best way to move. And the other thing that I talked about was the sunlight, of course, contributing to my health. The sunlight is extremely important in regulating our circadian rhythm. So I've been outside today since sunrise. That's the beginning of the 24-hour cycle of my circadian rhythm. So I'm outside every day if possible for sunrise to get my day started. And I try and stay outside and get as much sun as I can as possible throughout the entire day up until sunset. And while I'm doing so, I keep my eyes exposed, so I never wear sunglasses, and I expose as much of my skin as possible, because our skin and our eyes work as solar panels, absorbing the full spectrum light from the sun, receiving everything that we need, all the frequencies of light, to keep our body doing what it's supposed to do biologically. It creates many things within us. Getting the sunlight throughout the day will create vitamin D. It will create melanin, both of which are extremely important for many biological functions, and without them, disease is inevitable. So we need to have those things, and we need to be in the sun in order to create them, melanin and vitamin D. If you're not getting sun, you're not creating those things. If you're living your life inside under artificial blue lights, looking at screens all day, then you're not getting those proper light signals, and your body won't create what it's supposed to. And when you're outside getting the sun, your body's naturally creating dopamine, it's naturally creating serotonin, and it's naturally creating endorphins in your brain, all of which enhance your mood, make you happy naturally, bring you joy, and make having fun a lot easier as well. So to have true happiness, true joy, true health, we have to embrace our environment and embrace proper nutrition. other things might give you little hits of happiness, but it's not long term. For example, being addicted to blue lit screens because the blue light on your phone gives your brain a hit of dopamine. But then you become addicted to the screen, and that blue light is unhealthy for us, especially when there's no sunlight and it's dark and it's time to rest and recover. So once you're addicted to that blue light, you're not able to produce dopamine naturally without it. Your dopamine is only getting hit when you're getting the hits of the blue light. So if you're outside in the sun naturally producing dopamine, as we should be, then you start to produce it on your own, getting outside, which will contribute to your long-term health. So being healthy long-term makes me happy because I know I'm doing something good for myself in the long run, and it just makes me physically feel good because those chemicals are being released in my brain that also make me feel good. So it's all a cycle. It all builds on top of each other. The healthier we get, the happier we can get, and we can achieve true happiness and true health by, as I said, embracing the environment, getting the sunlight as much as we can, stay outside as often as you can throughout the day, expose as much of your skin, expose your naked eyes, eat a lot of meat, eat organs, eat it raw if you can, get the highest quality meat if you can. You're saving money in the long run. You're not going to be wasting nutrition by spending your money on other things if you're just eating meat. You're not going to be wasting money in the healthcare system when your body inevitably starts to face difficulties from nutrition deficiencies and sun deficiencies and any deficiency that nature can provide us. So having said all that, I'm going to keep enjoying my dinner, keep staying outside, embracing the environment, getting this nutrition in. These are the things we need to do to achieve our health and happiness. You all can do it too. I hope you're already doing a lot of these things. I hope you're eating healthy. I hope you're getting high levels of sunlight without sunscreen, because the sunscreen will be blocking the light frequencies that we actually need to be getting from the sun, without sunglasses, because that blocks the sun from getting in our eyes and doing what it's supposed to do, and with the least amount of clothes as possible, exposing as much of your skin as possible to optimize melanin production, which we need. And then, of course, embracing the environment in terms of darkness at night. When there's no more light, that's when it's time to rest and recover. So embrace the darkness. Don't have artificial lights on. When the sun goes down, it's time to relax. It's time to have no more light. The absence of it is darkness. And that's how it works. The whole cycle goes and it starts over again, the light and dark cycles. So I think that's about everything I wanted to talk about. If I missed something, I'll talk about it in a future video, of course. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about those things and show you guys my meal, and I'll catch you guys later. All right, peace.